with an immediate message that may or may not have to do with the cards in front of us. I don't have it in me to give you a whole fucking intro. I'm about to explode. That's what I said to my daughter as I walked in. I was like, dude, I got a message. I'm gonna explode. I was like, it's like you gotta go to the bathroom and you're not gonna make it. Or like you're gonna throw up. Really? Yeah, it came to me while I was going up the fucking elevator. Roller coaster of love. Realistically, how does that happen all the time to you? I told you it's elevations. There's different time, there's layers of time at different elevations. Really? It's layered in the fucking air we breathe. Really? I was on the 5th floor, so there was different energy on the 5th floor than there is on the 4th floor. You can say it's the people, but it's just energy. Really? There's layers to this shit. Oh my god, I hurt so bad. Okay, here's what I got. I was getting this fucking crazy download, right? Past life, definitely. It's me, and it's all my soul tribe, and we're in like some woodsy area. We're in some landy area, right? And a tribe comes up to us, and we said everything as an offering, and then I look at them and I sense something's wrong, and I turn back to the crowd. I was like, guys, close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. You have a killer spirit inside of you. You've always had it. You need to open your eyes and let it out. Because if you don't kill these people, they're about to kill us. When you're ready, open your eyes and kill them. Kill them. And we turn around and attack these motherfuckers. Really? Snapping necks. We go to war. You have it in you. It's a spirit. And as I saw that, I remembered my daughter. Dude, everybody was like, where did that come from? That was a spirit that overcame her. The Holy Spirit of Joan of Arc. That was her higher self that slammed that little bitch to the ground, bro. My daughter is the spirit of Joan of Arc. She has a killer fighter spirit. And it was bred at the age of 13 back then. Back then, they didn't want her. No, dude, it's in her. It is in her. It is in her. It is in her. We all have a spirit inside of us, past life spirits, right? We've done some shit, and it lives in us. And these are shadow parts of us that we activate and we discover about ourselves. Not necessarily the past life, but you learn your skills and you learn more about yourself. And you're like, damn, I didn't even know I could do that. Yeah, bro, you brought that into this life. You activated that. I posted earlier that that's what I was going through as an alchemical mutation or transmutation in a past life activation, which brings back your divine talents. Now, I had that download because I want to talk about that. We have to have that. You have to have that. If I'm in a room with, say it wasn't men, say I'm in the, you know what I mean? I'm with the Amazonians. I'm with the Valkyrie. It's just a bunch of girls. We're just partying on the beach. It's just a bunch of us girls gone wild, bro. We're just right there. And here comes a bunch of dudes. And we're chilling for a minute. And I turn to these girls and I say, bitches, they're going to kill us. Are we going to sit there and let them? Or are we going to go wild, bro? We're going to try to fight, aren't we? Do we have a chance? It depends on the spirit inside of us. It doesn't have to do with brute force. It's letting that inner spirit out. Now, I'm not telling you to let the killer out, but I'm telling you it's in there, along with a lot of other amazing things. Really, it's a spirit. It's not bad. And I talked about mine. I talked about my beast mode. I was like, that's not bad. It can be used if you can't control it and it just comes out, you know what I mean? Every time you got an attitude, then that could be bad. You could become violent and shit like that. But you have a killer spirit in you that will protect you. And when it comes on, it can sense things, dude. You know, when, like my daughter, she knew that day that she was going to get in a fight that day. Her spirit had prepared her for this day, and it knew exactly what to do when the time came. And that's it. You know, and that's me. I know right before it's about to happen, right before I'm about to open my mouth, my spirit will tell me it's about to go down. It's about to go down. And that's really it. You have an inner spirit. Your rage in it, that's necessary. That's your survival. You would never make it through the woods. You'd never make it through life without, you know what I mean, snapping off. Yeah, that was a really good story, huh? I like that. I got that download, and it's like you have to close your eyes and tap into that spirit. It's inside of you. Really? Imagine. Let's take it there, right? And that's what I do is visual, guided visual meditations and stuff. But I could take you to that spirit of you, that animal spirit. And it could come in the form of an animal depending on what it is. But imagine we're sitting there, dude, for real. We're just sitting there. And I tell you, some people come up on us and I tell everybody to close their eyes. And I'm like, look, you have a killer spirit inside of you. And you have to let it out because these people are about to kill us. Are you going to freak out and keep your eyes closed? Or are you going to open your eyes and attack? You never know. You never know. And that's that fear-based conscious. It's like, don't fear everything that is inside of you. You know what I mean? That comes down to the intimacy. I was thinking about this just recently. Because I've gone into submission and passiveness, I'm more of being led, right? So in relationships, somebody has to take the lead. Somebody has to grab somebody's hand first. Someone has to kiss someone first. Somebody has to say something first. Someone has to send that first text. It's your spirit that guides you to make moves, really. And then it also tells you, you know what I mean? Like I said, going back to Morgan, she was right up the street and my spirit told me not to fuck with her. It told me not to fuck with her. I was like, I could just drive up the street. She ain't called me. I ain't called her. My spirit told me it was her phone. It didn't tell me the whole story, but it told me not to drive up there and go fuck with her. I was like, well, we'll see what happens. And that's where it is. The spirit guides you. It tells you. And just like that day, I knew if I tell B I don't want to hear this shit today, she's going to fucking go all cray cray. The spirit tells you, you're fully aware. It's intuitional. You're like, It's not like you can avoid it. Like, oh, I don't want that to happen. Well, the spirit knows. Just like, the other day, my cards told me to reach out. And I didn't even realize I had already followed that. By the time I pulled the cards out, it's confirmation. So I started freaking out because I had already reached out. I'm like, oh, fuck, where does this lead? Oh, fuck. The spirit knew that they had a rendezvous waiting for us. I did not see that coming. And that's just what it is. You don't know. Yourself doesn't know, but your spirit is guiding you. Higher self, spirit guides, everything that's outside is, you know what I mean, showing you this way. If you're paying attention. If not, if you're so busy looking at your phone and keeping up with your agenda and the Kardashians, then you're not going to know which way you're going. You're going nowhere. Really? You're going in circles is the definition. I just want to point out, as soon as I started talking, I had some more energy, and this is good. It's flowing through. It was actually killing me. It's hurt. My body aches the most around my rib cage, but like the lower part, so it's under my boobs. So that makes me know it's the solar plexus. Really? Yeah, shit hurts so bad, and that's the burst of light. We're going to try to get through one of these cards, if not all of them. But I talk too much. I talk too much. I did do a fucking great-ass post about, I guess this whole month was owning my Hecate. Now that I look at it, the whole month was just owning that, the other side. I am supposed to teach you all about that. Really? Well, and that's what I said in my last video. They're the fourth dimension. As soon as you get out of your third dimensional thinking, you get into the fourth dimension, which is the spirit realm. The fifth dimension is, sorry, they're taking me back to where I am. I'm in the 11th dimension. Somewhere stuck in there. I don't know. For me to be going through what I'm going through right now, I'm going, again, that's what I saw in my books in the last page. I was going from the gold ray into the rainbow ray. And that's what's going on in my body. And that's why all this rainbow bright shit is going on around here. Really? Yeah. Well, once you light up the chakras, you can access, different colors of the rays, which could be, the diamond ray and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to go in the darkness. No, just kidding. So I don't know if that means a different state of consciousness or I just stay up here where thought becomes, where do we go from here? This is where it all starts with thought. A vision, a thought creates a reality. Oh, and I just said that to that douche. Sorry. See, I'm becoming better. I apologize and I see the error in my ways, even though it's programmed just to come out and call you a douche. It's so funny when I said that around certain people, they're like, I think it's funny how you call people douches and wieners. I like how you call people that. I was like, I just call people that. I don't know. I don't realize that it might be terribly offensive. It's just a pet name for everybody at this point. Anyways, going back to it. Sorry, I called you a douche. I said that. I was like, hey, dude, what do you want? Like, what do you want in your future? What did I specifically say? I was like, do you want me in your future? You know, you have to say that. You have to create that. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy in your head. We create with our words. You have to speak it into existence and intentions. You have to put intention out there and then follow the direction that's given. Really? Yeah. But that's where it goes down to is what do you want? I just want to die. Like fucking physically. I mean, what I mean by that is just be at the end of this whole long journey of 55 more years. I'm just trying to get it done. Let's have some babies. Let's have some fun. Let's build some castles and music and fucking, you know, let's do the fun shit. Really, I'm trying to get there, but we have to go one day at a time. If you look at it like that, dude, it looks like hell. It looks like you're in jail and you're just marking the days. Really, what day are we at? How many more days till 99? Really? Fuck off. Can't do this. Really? Yeah, so we just gotta take it one day at a time. That's what I said. You have to tell the universe what you want. It hears, well, it can create some off of your, you know, your thoughts. And it does, but your thoughts are all messy and they're all full of fear and shit. So you don't want it creating off your thoughts. You want it creating off your words. And you need your words to speak over your thoughts to void that. It's like I heard what I was thinking, but I'm not, no, I don't want that. I wasn't putting my attention and I have no intention. That's what it means. You realize you're putting your attention, you're putting your focus on some stupid shit. And right away, you got to be like, I have no intention. That's not going to happen. I don't want that to happen. I wasn't meaning to focus on that. I'm focusing. You have to redirect because that's how we create. And that's from the 11th dimension. Can you hear me? Human beings in the 3rd dimension. This is how it works. Really? Trying to teach you. But anyways, some of you are entering into the 4th dimension with the spirit realm. And that's what it is. If I gave the candle to one, I probably gave the candle to all. Maybe they threw it in. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm laughing. It's like maybe they threw it away and somebody else fucking lit it or something. Maybe somebody found this Cernonis oil and did an invocation. No, it's all hell on earth. No, I'm just kidding. You let the magic out. You open Pandora's box. And I want to point that out. God likes to pop my tires, right? And put me on the side of the road and put all my witchcraft on these weird places on the side of the road. It's like, wow, I do all this work to tie it up and hide it up so none of the energy gets out and everybody's safe and sound. And then he'll be like, here, this is a good place to just open up the gates of hell and heaven and everything. Really? Yeah, I've done that. Like, don't say anything or he's going to pop another one of my tires. Till the wheels fall off is what we always say around here. My wheels have fell off so many times. I've lost my marbles. Really, we're just making jokes. All right, let's take this fucking journey to heaven, which goes through hell. And that's what I posted. Oh, God. The way in is the way, or the way in is the way in. You have to go through your dark feelings to get to your light feelings. You have to go through your dark experiences to get to the next level. Really? They're holding you back, douchebags. All right, which one we got to read? The Ascension. All right, where's that book? Dude, I left it here. I was so burnt out. I left all this shit. I had a breakfast sandwich, a bath, and crawled into bed. And then my fucking radar in my head went off and it's like, get up. And the dog's all looking at me with these puppy eyes in her tail. I'm like, dude, seriously? And the daughter's like, McDonald's. I'm like, dude. So here I am. But I have all this work to do and I can't do nothing but, the Dark Angel. The Dark Angel comes to you with radical truth. Divine love is always there for you, without exception. The Dark Angel, bro. Why are we so all over this book? Because I'm in the light. I tried to explain that to you. Hawk and the spirits and all of them are in the 4th dimension. They're not way up here. They're in the 4th dimension. I have to travel to the 3rd dimension to ground myself. I'm always going up there. Airhead, meditation, high priestess, bring all the information down to the 3rd dimension. And that's where they come in and bring a song and dance and try to make some sense of the bullshit I've been just going through. My Dark Angel. It means, they're all there. When the Dark Angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it seems to be a hidden blessing. And that's what it is. Every time I go after this guy, something amazing happens. Why? Because it takes so much of me. I know better. My mind just doesn't do it, bro. Did you see me? I was crying. I was crying, bro. I was crying. Please don't make me do this again. Please don't make me do this again. Please don't make me do it again. Then what happened? I ended up having a great experience like I always do. What is wrong with you two? I don't know, life. There's a whole life in between us that doesn't allow us to have a good time. We have to fight through every bit of layer of being to go be bad beings. It's supposed to be. On the outside, it feels really bad. On the inside, it feels really good. How does it feel to you, bud? Realistically. And then, I go through all the terrible fucking lows to get to him, and he goes through all the terrible lows after seeing me. He'd be like disappearing and shit. I was like, geez, shut down. Really? Well. And then he reflects it, and I shut down, and then it's this great fucking, it's just an awful experience. Like, it's like, oh, God, these twin flames. Same thing. Oh, God, building up to go see Bri. Ugh. All of them, facing them and dealing with them, even getting in the DMs, kills my ego. Which means I have to die to myself, to be myself, to let myself be free. Really? Yeah. Hey, did you notice that I posted when I was able to see it? Well, you can see I can message whoever I want whenever God says. He opens the gate. He gives me the feeling to go say something, and then I go in, and then the doors are open. That's how it's created. You just got to go through and do what he says. And usually it's that. Go show them some love. So what do I say? I love you. Do you have a hard time saying that? Is it inauthentic, though? Because I really love them. It's like, I love you. They know it. Really? And that causes some kind of uncertainty in them because they think it's like, I don't know. I think some of them are starting to understand it's a unconditional love. Holy. It's holy shit is what it is. Fucking love and light. Really? It's so much easier to just be a bitch. I'm just saying. It's so much easier to be a drug dealer. It's so much easier to be a fucking rapper. God. And the crowd goes, sorry, I can't take it, dude. When I laugh that hard, I feel like I'm going to die. And that is exactly how I die in this life. I'm filled with so much joy, I can't hold it, and I finally fall off. Every time I tell you I'm dying when I'm laughing, I'm serious. It takes all of my body parts, and I feel like I'm going to die. Really? I can't hold it in, dude. You'll see me. I fall over. Literally, every time. I'm going to die one time, but not till 99. There's a lot of pre-deaths before I really die. Some of you asked to die asleep. There's no fun in that. My favorite thing is to laugh. I'm going to die laughing. This shit is hilarious. Really? Hilarious. Really? It's all just a joke. They called it the Divine Comedy because I was going to be in it. I'm going to die. Okay, moving on. The Dark Angel is here to give you love and light. Get out of my face, Kobe Bryant. That's how I feel about that. What number are we on? 18. I still went back to it again. The Key of Light, the Merkaba. You guys should really get these cards. Once you're initiated out of the dark, now you need to know how to work with the light because it's like just too much. Really? Did you see me come back? I'm like, I'm in love. I'm all full of love and cupcakes and hearts. It's fun, but you can't harness it. It's just God's way. I can't take this, God. I don't know what to do with it. Really? Yeah. And it hurts your body, too. All right, the Rainbow Bridge. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. And that's it. All my chakras are lit up, so that's why my whole body hurts. Really? Yes. Your chakras are the 7 colors of the rainbow, and I'm all lit up with shit. And now my whole body like, taste the rainbow. Come here. Come to I'm contagious. I just want to cuddle you and love you and squeeze you. Dude, I may not have said that, but that's what I got. Maybe I did. I don't know if I said I wanted it. That's what it is. You got to say what you want, and then you probably get it. All right, you have been growing spiritually, and your consciousness is expanding. It is transforming your experiences of the material world from something you must control or conquer into a living expression of the radiant divine. Ta-da! I don't have to do shit with my life, but do whatever God says. That's what it means. I told you, I'm just an expression, so they want me to do art. This, you know what I mean? I'm just being an expression of the divine. Really? I'm just here to show that God is real in everything I do. Oh my God. That's what they say in the Bible. Yeah, bitches and gentlemen. Really? That's all you're supposed to do. You guys are taking it too serious. You're trying to conquer the fucking views and the fucking likes and the fucking TikTok and Facebook and fucking, you need to push this, that, and the other. Dude, you're pushing a boulder up a fucking mountain, and I'm over here fucking moving these mountains, and you're just pushing them. You'll be coming around that mountain. Oh, okay. God said, say to the mountain to move, and it shall move. Realistically, yeah, get the fuck out of my way. Some mountains you need to climb, but you can't stay on the top of them because there ain't shit going on up there, really. You just get to walk around saying, I stomped this bitch. I stomped that bitch. It's so funny. Really, there's so much dark and light at the same time. Can you see it? I'm harnessing the shit out of this shit. Really, it's got me in a chokehold. Cupid's chokehold. All right, moving on. As you're living, as you appreciate your appreciation and love for the material world becomes more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As your physical body or your physicality expands, that's why I was so bloated for 2 days. I was like, damn, Becky, I'm fucking fat or something. Really, it was like a couple days ago or something. I was like, and like even today, I like feel like I'm like losing weight. I'm like putting my arms around me and I feel like I'm getting skinnier by the minute. Really? We're burning energy, people. Calories, whatever, fat cells, whatever it is. And I didn't have to take a pill or a shot. I'm telling you, that's going to backfire on all of you for putting that in your body. You just got to clean your chakras. I see this all the time. Come here, fat neck. Let me put something in your mouth. Oh, gosh, that was so my Holy Spirits. I swear that wasn't me. It was Patricia. I'm dying. Oh, this is a Thursday energy. It's coming back. I'm going to be all fucked up come tomorrow. I'm full of love and light. At least I can get some shit done. Shit. It's funny. Okay, hold on. Let me come back to the words. Sorry, I'm full of love and light. It's funny. What is it? Love and light for myself. I be thinking I'm funny as fuck. Divine creativity. All right, moving on. Something about my physical body. As you physically expand, I'm expanding. You may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual. That's what happened when I woke up. Pac had this song that I never heard about, something about friends. How many of us have them? Shut up, dude, you guys. Please help me. They be clouding the third. They're in the fourth dimension, dude. I'm just right here. I'm trying to come down, and they're all in my way, and they be talking and doing all kinds of songs and dances. I told you. It's the fourth dimension. Okay. Stop, guys. Stop. Meditate and listen. All right. You need more healing and meditation, and that's what it is. I put his song on, and I tried to listen to another song. I was like, oh, it's too loud. Turn the music down. I can't listen to music right now. It's like you've been partying all night. Like, it's just too loud. Really? I tried to put on Steve's Love Terror. I was like, oh, he's just talking too much. I can't listen to him right now. I don't even know what he's talking about. Really? Your interest levels, you're just like, you're too sensitive. You're like, that's what I told my kids. I was like, bro, I'm going to stuff food in your face and leave me alone. Really? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm being kind about this, but I might actually like go ballistic if you bother me. Really? That's all the warning I can give you. That's what I told him. I was like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not. Leave me alone, please. Just stay away for your own good. Really? Yeah. But then my son came home and he told me this great story. He came in. He doesn't usually have nothing to talk about. He's like, some dudes came in today and taught us how to build a computer. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. They started he didn't say it like that, but he's like, they broke a couple of these Chromebooks and they showed us how to build them. I was like Legos, like they showed you how to build them. He's like, I was like, yeah. And he's like, they put them together and then you turned on the computer. He's like, yeah. I was like, that's great shit. Why? Because he's Albert fucking Einstein, douchebag. He needed to know that. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to buy a computer and look up what it does. I got my confirmation that my computer will be here Friday, and that's the same day that I have to do my sorry, I had to slap myself awake there. The same day I have to do my employment specialist shit. Really? Life is lifing, and I'm dying here. I'm trying to catch up with the new life that I got. And there's a dude. That's what you don't get. The only piece that's missing is the best piece. Really? There's a dude that goes with this package, bro. I promise you. It was part of the package. I promise you. It was part of the package. And he's got a package for me. Shut up, Holy Spirit. It's not right now, please. Come on. That could have been my own Holy Spirit. or his talking through me. He lives inside of me. That was a good one. Sorry, I'm going to die. All right, stay to the words. We're never going to get through this. I'm never going to get through life. You like this all the time? No, I'm quiet. I don't really even move. Seriously, I just sit in meditation all the time. Well, I mean, not usually here, but I just sit down and stare into space for long hours and hours and hours. Really? Until I have to go pee. Or it's hot, or somebody needs me. That's what you do all day. You want to see me? It's amazing. Not really. No, I move around, but that's pretty much what I'm doing all day is getting information until I can get here and pour it all out. Then what do? Go back and get more? It's the High Priestess. It's painful. It's my job. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. Did I tell you who I am? Hi, my name is... Oh, God. All right. Oh, God, and then I just sent a really lovely message to Brian right now telling him how much I admire him and how special he is to me because he allows me to be me. This was a whole difficult thing. Oh, going back to the beginning of the month and giving them that candle. First off, showing up as the witchy bitch I am, and then having to do a witchy job. And he was like the in-between. You don't understand, bro. He saved me from myself. I was just fearful of it. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So I was like, would you really? He's like, I swear I'll do it. I'll take care of it. I was like, oh my God. It was the best hug ever. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go because I get awkward. Really? I swear. That's what I told him and I walked right away. I'm a little strange, socially awkward. But I went and had fun and I saw him later and he's like, yeah, I gave it to him. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I gave it to Lazy. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm going to go enjoy myself now. Bye. Really? Yeah, I'm a whole child. I had to fight all those fears. Anyways, fears. Anyways, moving on. As your physical, you need what? Healing and meditation as usual to integrate this increasing degree of light and the consciousness it awakens within you. And that's what it is. Wolfman, you're never going to even see the spirits. Okay, you did the ayahuasca. You're doing things. You're doing drugs. I get it. Whatever. I didn't do it the same way. Whatever. This is what everyone does. You're doing drugs to have an out-of-mind experience. I'm trying to teach you to clear your mind so you can be out of this experience completely. You don't want to face your thoughts. How bad could they possibly be? Are you afraid? Most people are afraid. It's scary in there. It's scarier for me because I don't even know what's in there. I find the most... Bro, it's me. A small me. About to be raped. It's a small me that's fucking being... Oh, my dad. I'm seeing that one, dude. He used to make us kneel on these fucking... I don't even... What do they call them? People used to, they used to put down these plastic fucking rugs down their hallways and shit to protect their rugs. And if you turn them over, they have these spiky things so that they connect to the rug. He would turn them over and make us kneel on those with books on our hands. And these memories, he only had access to us like that before we were 5. Really? I stayed with him. That makes me wonder, where the fuck was my mom? Really? Yeah, he was torturous, bro. He locked me in the fucking... I get these memories. I'm like, oh my God. How could you do that to a little me? I could see me. I could feel it. I could feel what it felt like to be me while people were torturing me. Maybe you have the memories. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. You have to go back to that place of wherever you were hurt and go back to the hurt you. It's called shadow work. Whether they said something, or maybe you go back to these ones where you hurt someone else. And that's real truth. That's what Marshall talks about all the time, is all the pain he caused other people because he was mad. I don't know if you listen to the man. Do you ever listen to these guys? Like, I know you hear them, but do you listen to what the big story is behind the story? They're trying to fill it with a bunch of words to make it sound like something it isn't, but to listen to the big story, the concept, the idea of what they're trying to get across. Men are weird like that. You guys are weird. You won't just say it. You like dance around it or avoid it. I can look you straight in the eyes and you want to say so much and your eyes are going so fast and you just can't let the words out. And I didn't know what that meant until fucking Royce comes out and says that he has some kind of fucking illness that his tongue won't spit out the words that his mind is creating. And I'm like, well, I guess they do too. It comes from your solar plexus. You're just afraid to say this thing. You're thinking about it. You're overthinking it. You're trying to, I guess, filter it, which I don't have. This isn't going to come out right, but it's going to come out. It has to come out. I have something I want to say. I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to say this. Really? You men, you struggle with that. Your throat chakra is the hardest one. As I said over there, fat neck. Let me put something in your throat. let me kiss your neck. Maybe that'll help. Really? I mean, it can't hurt. I'm just saying. Where did I get lost in all this? Oh, the fourth. You can't even start with any of this. It all starts with your thoughts and your feelings, and that's me. The goddess that rules over thoughts and feelings. Moon energy. There's a whole part of you that is thoughts and feelings, and I rule over it as goddess. Your actions is God. You meet God and goddess inside of you through going through your dark goddess feelings. You go through your dark feelings to meet God. And while going through your dark feelings, you meet goddess. Really? Yeah. Now, going back to my soul tribe, they all went through their dark nights of the soul. Kobe was locked up right there in my woods for fucking accusations of rape. They had him in the same fucking jail and fucking, I think it's right up there by Rifle, as Ted motherfucking Bundy. They were about to take away his life, his career, and everything. He went through a dark night of the soul, and he tapped into his feelings and his thoughts while he got sat the motherfuck down. Pac, you want to talk about how you guys sat down and had to deal with your thoughts and feelings? DMX, you want to talk about it? Nipsey, you want to talk about it? Now let's talk about how God is trying to sit you down so you can deal with your thoughts and your feelings. So you can get over this shit and not carry this shit and start a new life. So you could be a light for other people. And that's what they did. And that's why they're here, is to teach people, especially myself. They're not just limited to me. They're not. To teach people how to overcome, that's that dark angel, to teach you how to overcome the dark nights. There is a voice. Don't sing that Mariah Carey song again. I heard it again. I'm like, don't bring that song. Somebody inspired her to sing it. I wish it wasn't her that sang it, but who sang it better? Fine, whatever. I'm not arguing with the Holy Spirits. They're like just trying to play the song. There's a fucking voice inside of you that keeps you going. There's also voices that tell you to give in. That's not a devil, bro. It wants to try this shit. The dirty bitch inside of me really wants to do some dirty shit with some guy. Doesn't really care which guy. I just want to do it. I really want to do it just to do it. I just want to try some shit. I really just do. That's not a bad voice inside of me. Just needs to be controlled. Well, let me find you a good guy instead of just any guy. Realistically, that would be your lust. All right, there's a piece of me that wants to hustle the world and be the biggest, baddest bitch and own all the greatest things. And I want nice things. And I want to have, all my bills paid and never have to worry about. I want that lotto. I want that lotto just so I could have it and not have to worry. I don't really need to buy nothing, but I'm going to get that lotto for that. You're a greedy bitch. Yeah. We're going to feed that. We'll take care of the greed inside of me. Humbly. Shit like that. There's nothing wrong with these pieces of you. And that little voice that's trying to tell you to give in to these pieces, which is like, you better fuck them up. You should fuck them, dude. Fuck them up. Fuck them up. Fuck them up. It's not a devil, bro. It's a dark part of you. That, you know what I mean? You can honor, like, yeah, I know where you're coming from, but now we're going to Christ this one. We're going to Christ like this one. Really? We'll fuck up the next one, maybe. We'll fuck up one. Maybe one. That's what I told God. Just one? I'm going to slap the shit out of Russ. Just one. I'm only going to hit one of your kids in this life. And it's going to be that one. Really? I've said it forever, bro. I was like, I'm never going to lay hands on none of God's kids except for that one. I'm going to slap the shit out of him. He's going to fall down. I'm going to slap I've been practicing forever. God says I can't do it, but I dream about it. I do. I dream about slapping the shit out of Russ. Why? Isn't there somebody you want to slap the shit out of? I want to slap the shit out of him so bad. Who do you want to slap the shit out of? I want to slap the shit out of him. I want to slap the shit out of him. The universe isn't going to give me what I want in this particular context because it's going to harm another. And he'll be scarred for life. But everyone will be like, dude, I never seen a dude get slapped so hard across his face. It'd be epic. Hey, you want to be that guy, Russ? Just to, be that guy. Just, take one for the team so they could see that I could slap the shit. You should just let me live this dream. Just one. God won't let me slap nobody. I'm just saying. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not an evil. It's not a demon. It's you. It's a lower version of you that you probably shouldn't be giving into all the time. It's like, let's go get drunk. No, we probably shouldn't get drunk. No, let's go get drunk. Nobody cares. No, we don't. There's nothing. We're not doing anything. Exactly. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Nah, bro. I'm not getting drunk tonight, dude. Really? It's you versus you, unless that little guy got you drunk tonight. Trying to be a billionaire and have sex with anybody. That's your ego. Get off that, bro. Really, you need to grow up. You need to have some self-control and say no. Just say no. Dr. Feel like. Really? What do you feel like? My Holy Spirit's there on it. It's actually me. Really? Because I'm the bridge to creativity. They gave me that name because that's exactly what I am. Like, oh my God, it's a child of creativity. Yeah, call her bridge. The bridge between the light and the darkness. Really? Yeah, we're going to talk about his bridge because, I'm bridging it. Hold on, I can't pull it together. I'm going to die over here. You're filled with so much. I told you, I have a good life. I don't have to dude, it's when people come around, I'd be stressed out. I'd be fucking my life up, dude. I'm fine. I'm full of love and light and joy and optimism. And I'm over here creating the greatest reality for myself until you come in and bum me down with yours. You're like, oh my God, my baby daddy got someone pregnant. Oh man, you just fucked up my vibe. That reminded me of the 2 times that happened to me. 2 times. Okay, I'm going to go now because you're fucking up my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Sounds funny now. She took it really serious. She's not my friend no more. Which, well, that probably fucked up her vibe because I'm still vibing high. Right, dirty. This is what I said, and it's so mean. It's so mean. It's so mean, but it's so true. You're going to hate this, people, especially her. Less B is more of me, is what I said when it happened. I said, well, less of her is more of me. If I ain't putting my energy and attention on her, then I'm just putting it on me all day. I ain't got nobody else to worry about. I ain't got nobody else to focus on. I ain't got nobody else to take into consideration. I ain't thinking about you today, so all I'm thinking about is me. And that's what really helps. And that's what it says is you guys are so boggled down. You got to think about everybody. You got to take everybody in consideration. And you got to, they rule your life. It's like, well, I got to see what so-and-so is doing. And I got to check in with my wife. And I don't know what the kids are up to. And the blah, 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 blah. That's a lot. That's a bit much, right? Are you in control? Doesn't sound like it. Oh, I forgot to open the comments. I see one, but I didn't open those bitches. It'd be like filtered. Just like life. All right, let's get through this. I've already spent fucking 40 minutes on nothing. The rainbow bridge is a term of the channel of light that moves through your chakra system, told you, along your spine, allowing your spirit to enter your body and stimulate the developments of your soul, told you. The bridge comes to life as your consciousness is raised, as you work through your thoughts, told you. It draws a higher energy that nourishes and awakens your body, mind, and soul through your chakras, told you. As your chakras become stimulated by the increasing flux of spiritual light, the clearing process begins, which supports the consequent expansion of your consciousness. Told you. The clearing is like a spiritual detoxification. I called it putrefaction, and that's what it is. You're burning through your energy. It clears blocks from your mind, emotional body, and physical body, as well as from your soul, such as unresolved past life issues. Each of these guys are my past life lovers, and I have to go through and fix my past life karma through them. As these blocks are broken down and processed, emotional trauma stored in your organs and nervous system can be released. I told you that's the alchemical transmutation and why my body's falling apart. Really, it's breaking. It's literally the darkness, these stored memories and feelings and thoughts that I was walking in is breaking out of my body, which is where it's your emotional trauma in your organs and nervous system can be released, and your energy field becomes more spacious. And that's where you're filled with all kinds of light. This creates room for increased spiritual light. As a result, you feel clearer about who you are and why you are here, and others see more clearly when you are in your field. You become more powerful, and that's it. You stop believing in the fucking matrix. You leave the matrix mind, and you start believing more in your purpose and what you're here to do, rather than what people presume that your life is about. Your energy field continues to clear itself, attracting more spiritual light, becoming more visible beyond physical limits. Others can be supported by your light, even if they cannot see your physical body. And that's where I'm sending out love and light to other people. All I got to do is think about you, and I'm sending you love. I'm thinking great thoughts, and you'll catch me in your thoughts. You'll think about me all of a sudden. That's how I know you're thinking about me. Really? I'll teach you telepathy on another time. Really? Yeah. I was trying to teach you that earlier with these heart ties. That's what it is. They're pulling on your heart, and it sends out a vibration in your body, and sometimes an actual noise, a ring in your ear. And you'll be like, I was just thinking about you. Yes, you were. That's telepathy in the contracts. So as it says right here, um, others can be supported by your light even if they cannot see your physical body. And that's why I said I could put my light body, I can astral travel and sit next to you and give you loves and kisses. You'd feel it on your face. You are growing as light workers and helping humanity in increasing ways whilst enjoying your own spiritual growth. Just me sitting there with a smile on my face, you don't understand. I bring an energy through the room. It fills the room with energy. They'd feel electricity. People would just be sitting there in the middle of conversations and just look up at me for no particular reason. All the babies, the dogs, all kinds of shit. Really? Love and light, bitches. And meanwhile, I have this don't fuck with me look on my face. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. I try to be unapproachable because it's so attractive. People want to come up and meet me and talk to me and blah blah blah. Really, they're attracted to it. They don't know why. They just want to, hey, how you doing? Hi. Oh. Really? Anyways, let's move on. You are opening new consciousness now. With this comes new insight, awareness, and an awakening, or depending on your soul's talents, such as healing, clairvoyance, channeling, and telepathy. I told you, your connections become stronger. You're channeling all of this. I told you that was what was happening earlier. I couldn't keep my channels clear. They're all pouring in at me. I'm like, get out of the way. Stop. I'm trying to talk. Move. Really? Yeah, it's the spirits. They're all over. Come on. I'm trying. You're interrupting. You're interrupting. It's a bunch of kids. Really? Children of God. Be patient and trusted in this process. If emotional content arises and you're concerned you might be falling back into old habits, do not be afraid. What happens? You're purging, dude. You go back to old patterns. Old pieces of you are coming up to the surface that have to be resolved. Really? Yeah. Find ways to express what you are feeling through writing, therapy, dance, music, art, sound, and conscious movement. Hey, I'll probably start drawing some really dark pictures of hell or something. Really? Who knows? I have no idea what's going to come out of me on a piece of art. I told my daughter that. I said, I've never in my life have I had what you have, where you have a picture in your head and you know how to put it on a piece of paper. I've never been able to do that. I've never had the inclination to do it. I have a vision in my head and I put it in words. I've never put it in a picture. Never? No, I've never put my feelings or thoughts into a picture. Picture me rolling. Come on, Paul. Oh, God, this guy. I love you. I fucking love you. That's what I say all the time. He's always bursting in with some fucking funny ass shit. Really? Wonder why I call you bitch. Anyway. Come on. I'm fucking around. Really? Yeah. Always. He always is fucking around. He didn't really evolve, He was only 25 years old in this life. And both of us are just very immature children of God. We're literally deviants of God. Me and my boyfriend. Really? If I could talk him into it, I would have told him to incarnate as an animal and be in my house. I'd turn him into a parrot or something. But he ain't coming back. He's like, no, I'll help you over here. Explore your personal expression to allow for spiritual expansion. This oracle brings an additional message from Spirit. Hold on. Just hold on. We're going home. All right, Drakey Drake. Ascension can be a wild ride. Anything is possible. The past is not an indicator. The future is not set. This is a moment to cultivate your deepest feelings of spiritual love and peace. Simply allow the genius of life to flow through you in whatever way it chooses. For me, it's going to be art this time. They want me to paint my feelings. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be a sloppy. During Ascension, your life can change quite dramatically. The Rainbow Bridge empowers us to rise from one reality into another. And that's where you guys be all mad. It's like, this isn't how you were acting last week. Well, I was on a different vibration last week. We're turning that shit up every weekend. We get turned up on the weekends. That was a great one. Dude, they're so funny. It's not, but it is. That was a good one. They're jokes, right? You get it? I should be a comedian. We should do that. Really? Who wants to flow? Who did we have last? We had Richard Pryor. We got fucking, what's your fucking face? Mrs. Doubtfire over there. Dude, he was so funny. He was so funny before he became, an actor. Damn, he was funny. They were all funny. I had Bob Saget earlier. We were talking about him sucking dick for cocaine. That's funny. That's not funny. A few of us have done that, I suppose. No shame in the fame. All right, moving on. You got a little something on your lip. These guys are never going to make it through it. Seriously, I sit around with a bunch of fucking hellions, bro. It's hilarious. Hilarious. They're always chopping it up, bro. They're burning wood. They're telling stories. They're making jokes. It's all fucking fun and games, dude. Nothing serious. I mean, it's seriously funny. It's serious, but it's funny. Try to explain that. That's especially Pac's energy. It's like, it's serious, but it's funny, but it's not funny because it's serious. How do you explain that? That's Pac. Have you ever met the guy? Me neither. Not in life. Afterlife, all great. Enjoy crossing the Rainbow Bridge into the consciousness, dear one. You have everything you need. You are ready for this. It's meant to be. Are you ready? That's what I said in the beginning. I was like, what if God told me to come to you and give you the power? I got the power. Would you be okay with this? Everybody's out there. I'm going to steal her power. What if I just came over and gave it to you? And then you're over there freaking out seeing dead people and your chakras are lighting up and you don't know what you're doing. And there's a voice inside of you that's killing you and it's making you face all of your scariest fears. What if this happened to you? Not what if, when it happens. That's why I make the documentary. It's a mass awakening. They're happening in huge amounts and people don't know what's happening to them. I make the documentary to show them how to walk through it as it happens so they can come out as light beings and not mushy gushy like Kanye West. Experiment 626 over there is really that's not what we want to happen. Really, you have to embrace this. And I'm here to teach you that it is. Simple things like B was freaking out about her body. She had her first one outside that her daughter fell inside and the dog picked up on. Her first alchemical transmutation. And it lasted for maybe 2 minutes. And I told her to just stick it through and breathe it through. And I showed her in the book that, see? Bitch, I'm knocked out and I do this shit all the time. And sometimes it lasts for days. What is it? You do the processing of it's shadow work. You pull all this darkness to the surface and you let it out. And you've literally done an internal surgery. You've literally pulled out, you know what I mean? Think of it as organs, wherever it came from, dude. Your body is so sore. Your mind, you can't breathe. You can't think. You just want to die because a part of you has literally left you. It's a birthing. It's like, she said it too. I think I'm having postpartum depression. No, that's what they called in these books too. In The Dark Night of the Soul, the men remember it. It's in here. It's called PTDD. And they thought women were going through hysteria as they were getting initiated. Really? Mm-hmm. And it happens to men too, but they're just more internal about it. And they start suffocating it with drugs, alcohol, women, anything to suffocate their thoughts and their feelings. Women just explode in them. What happened to Kanye? Ooh, explosive. Let me pray for you. Do you want this in your life? It's coming anyways. Really? Pretty much. I've already crossed this bridge many times. This one's just a harder cross. Really? Dia de los Muertes is what I heard. We're dying. It'll be a rebirth, I promise. All right, I'm going to pray for you. We call upon the unconditional loving guidance that can assist us with mercy, grace, protection, and support through our ascension process. We accept this opportunity to grow spiritually and shift from one reality to a higher vibrational reality. We accept the opening of our chakras into a more loving consciousness. We accept the change happening in us and in our lives due to spiritual growth. May we be held in tremendous or in tenderness and compassion as we release lower vibrational patterning and embody our authentic divinity. May all beings of unconditional love who assist the anchoring of a loving rainbow bridge upon this planet for the greatest good of all beings be empowered and invited to do so now. Through our own free will, so be it. And that's where you pray and you open your chakras to this. We do this. It's the same thing. And what are you invocating? The rainbow? We could do it, do you want to invocate a dark goddess? What do you want to invocate? Do you want to speak to Jesus? He's part of the rainbow ray. It's you're opening yourself up to it. And that's calling in your angels. You know what I mean? Again, when I'm in physical pain, I call for Raphael. That's his job, is to go into my body and heal it using what? The green ray. What's the green? Your heart chakra. Really? You have to call them. You have to invite them in. They cannot come in. Nothing can push against your free will. You have to be open to the experience. You have to allow the experience and call it in some sense. Now, what you don't get is your higher self calls a lot of these experiences in on you. And that's what I showed you. Yesterday, the Holy Spirit, day 4, I don't know, my days, I'm fucked off. I think it was just yesterday. The Holy Spirit and the cards were calling me against my own free will and fear to, I had to sacrifice my free will to do the calling, which was follow up and go offer the olive branch, which I sure was going to get me killed, and rekindle an old relationship, which I sure was going to get me killed. Did you die? Obviously, I'm dying from it today. That was too much love and light for me. What happened? Nothing. Just got to cuddle him and kiss him. And we had never done that before. I'd never done that before. That's all that happened. And I just walked away all full of fuck. What the fuck was that? That was amazing. Really? That's all that happened. Doesn't take much to turn me on. That's funny. Shut up, Holy Spirit. They needed to do it. He needed to push my buttons so that I could be accelerated into whatever they're going to push me into next. The next loving being. Really? It's an invitation, or the family of light. I'm not. Why? Because I can't. I'm full of too much light and I just want to move on. Let's talk about this one. Really? It's probably more my OCD. I don't like things at my desk. I have it pretty bad, Organizational skills, it's a little too much. And yet, I do not have the guidebook for the Odin cards. And we need this. Why? Because Odin rules over the 9 realms, and he's the Zeus of, Jupiter. Really? Yeah. Hey, Marshall, you want to stand up and claim your fucking power of the day, or you just want to be, he's just Marshall Mathers. I know who you are in a past life, douchebag. Really? Yeah, he was many things. And then you got Lucifer over there. He wasn't much. The all-power Lucifer. Are you praying to him? Would you like to meet him? I know this guy. I know him in real life. He's not really that. He doesn't, whatever. I guess he empowers you. I guess if you think about what they say Lucifer gives you, that's Russ in his little broadcast. I guess. Whatever. You and your 4.2 million, 6 million fucking followers into hell. As I went to hell. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. I don't know where this card is. There it is. Spiritual bridge. The Bifrost is the bridge between the worlds of humans and the worlds of the gods. Constructed by the Norse gods, this bridge connects Asgard and Midgard. By drawing this card, you are being called upon to be a literal bridge for a situation in your life. It may be that family members, partnerships, or work relationships are under pressure and in need of a go-between. I don't fuck with family, and I don't really got a partnership. I don't know. While it may cause you some discomfort, drawing this card reminds you that it is an important role requiring a grounded, compassionate, and tolerant approach. You may need to bridge one situation with another. Find the courage to understand that there are always 2 sides to a story, and know that we can overcome anything if we build a bridge between our mind and our heart. Interesting. Merstavi. This card reversed is telling you that you are out of alignment with heaven and earth. This disconnection means that no matter what you do, things are not in sync. Sit in meditation so that you can reconnect to the natural flow between head and heart. This is really easy for you. You know that if you don't have any inspiration or drive, then something's wrong. Something's wrong if you're not filled with admiration for your life and excitement for what's to come. If you're not excited about this year, this month, next year, the rest of your life, you're not in flow. Something's wrong. They're not pouring, you know what I mean, that creative flow into you. Something's wrong. That's a dead giveaway. And what is it? If you notice you're not happy, something's wrong. It's not about having happiness, but joy. Again, guys, I sit around in a fucking homeless shelter all day. What the fuck do I have to be happy about? Everybody I talk to turns on me and betrays me and acts all fucking stupid. I'm just out here having a good old fucking time. It's a mindset. You should be happy. You should be accepting and excited about something new to come, not just like, well, this is life, and that's mundane. That's you're stuck in your mind in a loop, and you're out of tone with spirit. It's not about just taking an adventure, but maybe you need to. It's just to take a breath, get away so that you can tap back in, and that's what meditation is. It looks different to everyone. For me, it is. I just sit around all day. I don't have to. It started like that. But it was activated in specific places. God takes me to specific places to put my ass in the ground, to connect my antenna to certain energies. When I go to certain places, it activates certain feelings and certain thoughts. You know what I mean? So it could be that you need to go somewhere and just chill by yourself. Meditation is just time by yourself. We're not distracted. You don't have to close your eyes, but lately I have been. I also got that download in my car. I never really did that before, but I'm really catching on to this. What is it? What you put in your eyes. I talked a lot of shit yesterday about all the girls that live here. And it's like, I never needed to know anything about you, but you sit in front of me and you do these things, and then I see them and my mind comes up with an opinion about what I'm seeing. If I never saw this, I'd never even think bad thoughts. So I'm coming to this place where it's funny. I had this download that when I come out to do one of my big readings, right, and I'm in an auditorium or whatever, a convention, I have a blindfold on. Why? Because I don't need to see you. And seeing you only creates thoughts. Those thoughts get in the way of my channeling. I don't need to see you. And that's what it is. It's judgment. We put something in our eyes and then we come up with an opinion. And I don't like what my mind comes up with. I'd rather not see it. And that's what I do. I blind myself. As a child, I blind myself from the things of this world. So that, one, I don't covet. You know what I mean? I don't sit there like other girls looking at stuff that, oh, I wish I had that. And I wish I was like her. And I wish, and I wish, and I wish, and I wish. I don't do shit like that. I also don't look at news. I don't want to look at bad things all the time because that puts, that makes me feel bad. If I hear that this person did this to this person, now all of a sudden I have all these terrible feelings. That goes back to that guy. It took me so long to process it, and it had nothing to do with my life, but it was something I had to come to terms with. What happened? I remember the same time that politician got killed. What was his name, Milia? The one that the Christian politician that got shot. Yes, that same day there was 3 other incidences. One of the incidences that happened on that day was in North Carolina. A black man out of nowhere stabbed this girl to death on a subway out of nowhere, and they had the footage of it. There was 3 major incidences that called for unbelievable forgiveness. This one I struggled with. I watched this video. I saw it and I had seen it too many times. I made videos about it. I couldn't get it out of me after I seen it. There's things you can't unsee and you wish you never saw them. I wish I never saw this. I wish I never saw this. You can't get it out of your head. We must learn. You need to learn. You will learn not to put such things in your eyes because it lives inside of you. We experience things through senses. What we see determines how we feel. You know what I mean? Realistically. So when you see somebody suffering, it makes you feel a certain way. There's many things in our life that we wish we didn't see, and those become traumatic moments that we have to go back and relive through different eyes. As we go forward, and I've been talking about these men and how they're lusty, they have all these crusty, busty, fucking swine ass bitches that they follow. You're just feeding images of naked girls to yourself all the time, and that creates a feeling inside of you. What are you doing with that feeling? And can you live without doing that? All right. That's just one example. I'd also gotten on Royce about watching men fight, hand to hand combat. When you see this, and that's sports fanatics too, you get so intense on it where your emotions are out of control, and now you're a crazy fan that's going to swing on someone that's wearing a shirt that of the team that you don't like. You're literally about to take out all of this energy over a game on an absolute innocent person in a stand. It happens all the time at sports games. They put too much alcohol, and they take out this energy of, you know what I mean, competition in real life. All right, let's go back to the Friday night fever that you guys have. You put on a big show, a nice, pretty costume of look at me to go out to a club, and you sit there with your eyes, and you're literally what? Shopping people. For what? To have sex with. You're shopping people. You're shopping people. When you go out to the club, you're shopping them. You're judging them. If you go out with a bunch of people, fine, but you know what your true intention is. If your true intention is to go find someone to link up with, you know that's what it is. If not, your other intention is, I just want to go get drunk and have a good time. That's all you're going to tell people. I just want to get drunk and have a good time. But while you're there, you're looking at other people and you're judging them in your mind. You're like, this one's a hoe, and that's a this, and this is that, and this is that, and this is that. We do this every fucking day. Every fucking day. You're sitting at a fucking stoplight, and somebody goes down in a sports car, and you're like, I wish I fucking had that. Fuck that motherfucker. This, that, and the other. The shit you're seeing creates feelings. This is very important. I got this download in the car. I've been noticing a lot. I'm closing my eyes. Why? Because I don't want to see it. If I don't see it, I don't feel it. Out of sight is out of mind. Really? I learn how to clean my being, and I try to teach you. Simple things like your messages. When you open up your message to go message one person, there is a bunch of fucking threads to a bunch of people you no longer talk to. That when you see their name, you get a feeling. It takes you back to whatever happened last. It takes you back. These are memories. If you never saw their name, you'd completely forget them. Part of what I did, as disassociated amnesia, I had internal ways of forgetting, but there's external ways of moving on. And it's shit like that. It is hard to do. I do it a lot, where you look at the messages. Before, I used to just delete them and block them. Now, I go back and I I have to take the extra step and take out all my messages, which I'm going to unsend this. It's taking away your love, but it's going back and seeing how much you poured into this. It's reaffirming, it's taking back your power, which was your love, which was your words. You gave them words of love, and you gave them a lot, and they didn't give you anything. And now you have to leave this conversation. You don't leave them with all those words of love, and you don't let them live in this loving experience, this la la land of you. You leave it there with what you left with, which was nothing. So I go in and I unsend all these messages, and I see how much I gave to you, and I take it away. And then I hit delete. Whatever we talked about, I can't even remember. It's no longer there. That conversation is over. We have no choice but to start a new conversation. But don't ever think that the spirit won't re-raise the pain. If there's something in those messages that needs to be brought back up, it'll be brought back up. It's hard to do that. Erasing emails, erasing pictures. You're holding on to a memory of a person that you no longer talk to. You're living in an old memory. You have an attachment to a person that doesn't talk to you anymore, which means it's stored inside of you. Every time you see this picture, it comes with a feeling. Now, the downside of this is what I did with my mother. When my mother died, within the next day, I went in and I took out everything that that was hers. I erased my mother from my house in 48 hours of her dying. Her clothes, her pictures, everything. There was no sign that my mother ever lived in that house. I very much regret that because she shared a room with my daughter. And I wanted to take the feeling out, and I didn't realize what I really did. I've never talked to my daughter about it, but I was just trying to take this hurt, everything of hers hurt to look at. I didn't want my daughter to sit in that room and hurt, looking at her bed, looking at her clothes, and her not there. So I thought I was doing the right thing by taking it all away. But then I just left my daughter in a cold room with no grandma. I thought I was doing the right thing that time, but it wasn't right that time. But that's what I mean. Every time you look at that picture, bro, it hurts. Every time you look at that name, it hurts. You have to get this out of your energy. Really? Yeah, guys. You got to learn to let it go. And it hurts. It's scary. You know that it says it right there. If you delete this, you have to be brave enough to delete this person. And I promise you know what happens next? In like 24 hours, they come right back. Really? You go through all this emotion to let them go. And you're like, damn, I just deleted that. I just blocked them. I just deleted them the other day. I just threw that paperwork away the other day. I swear to you, it happens all the time. Really? But it was supposed to be. Really? Yeah. That one wasn't the best. That was not my best move of deletion. But I will delete you. I'm trained to do it. I have to get this feeling. I'm trained to do that, to get the feeling out of me. And anything that's attached to it, anything that brings it back up. And that's why I said I can't sit in it. Why? Who wants to sit in bad feelings? Maybe you do. Maybe you like to sit there and look at these terrible messages and, think about how great it was, even though it's over. I don't. And that's why, you know what I mean? Even if I didn't disassociate, I still keep the doors closed. Anybody that comes in would have to be new. You'd have to, first off, I probably don't have the memory, so you'd have to start fresh. And if you did go back to your old patterns, I would recognize it. Myself would remember your old patterns, and it would reawaken. If you were still the same person, then it would awaken my memories of you, and would take me to the same place of dislike. Really? Yeah, but I'm no different from you. That's how the brain works. I'm trying to teach you that. Start filtering your shit. Start somewhere. You know what I mean? Start filtering your YouTube and your shit and start saying not interested. There is a button, those three little dots at the top. You put not interested for your ads, for different stuff. It'll keep feeding you shit, but it will stop feeding you the shit you don't want. On both of my Instagrams, it's nothing but spiritual shit because I filtered it so ways. I showed it what I liked. I would look up certain things, so it only gives me that. It doesn't give me makeup tutorials. It doesn't give me celebrities. It doesn't give me food ideas, travel plans, animals, none of that shit. It gives me spiritual shit non-stop. That's all I want. That's all I need to be putting in. Really? I'm not saying you need to, but I'm just saying filter your life. You know what I mean? Watch what you're putting in. That's all I can say about that. And I got that download in the car, and it's not just a one thought. It's a way of life. Letting go of the past and embracing a new future. New people, new experiences. You're so hung up on the old ones. They're done. They're done experiences. Let them close. Close the chapters. Really? Yeah. The cards suggest that you sense the energy of the gods flowing through you, but the crown of your head to the earth rising through your feet. By doing this, you will build the bridge between your head and heart, heaven and earth, and realign yourself. Now, in this particular book, they wouldn't speak of chakras, but that's what they're speaking of. You have to ground yourself. So your chakras are the 7 colors. I'm not pulling out chakra cards. I just did a chakra teaching last month or the month before. Scroll in my live videos. Everything is always live. I don't filter this shit, and that's why the last video didn't start till 6 minutes in. Really? I was like, sorry, I didn't filter it. I didn't know he was going to talk my head off for 6 minutes at the door. I didn't know, but I had to have that conversation. Did you want to be part of it? He was just talking about whatever. Moving on. So, let me put these cards. My whole deck is a mess. Ugh. We're going through the Ascension, and that's Melchizedek. God damn it. I'm never going to get out of here. Really? Yeah, it's at least the fucking book is here. I said 2 days ago we were going to talk about Melchizedek. It came up when I was talking to Bobby. It was like, how old are you? I was like, well, Dan Chesborough had his grand awakening at the age of 33, and he started the Melchizedek order, which was I'm working with Metatron, he worked with Melchizedek, and he had people show up at his door that were working with the same invisible spirit. You got to get the book. It's a great book. I'm going to show you right now. Really? We're in the light. He's the one that opens the Ascension path. It's the order of the Melchizedek. He created it. See it? That's him. Melchizedek is that purple card. That's what I said. Somebody's like, is Jesus in purple? I was like, no, that's not Jesus. These are their Ascension, bro. Okay. I'll read his card. He's the last card in the Archangels. All right, so right now we're in the Rainbow Ray, but he's in a further ray than that. Really? Mm-hmm. The Golden Ray is before the Rainbow Ray, and that's your 17 chakras. I went to Sachael again. Wealth and charity is coming in no matter which. And Michael. All right, so let's see. The Platinum Ray is the Iron Truth. I keep turning to them. So we're working with the Rainbow Ray, but after the Rainbow Ray, way after the Rainbow Ray, let me see. No, right after the Rainbow Ray is the Diamond Ray, right? And that's the Sophia and the Shekinah, which is your light feminine feelings, right? And then comes Melchizedek. He's part of, hold on. He's part of the Diamond Ray. He's the last card. To truly embody one's highest truth, it takes great courage and strength. When you step into this role, you become aware that you have a responsibility, not just to yourself, but all life. To embody the divine human form in the highest level of spiritual attainment we can reach on earth. As a Melchizedek soul, your task is to heal and integrate all of your lifetimes within this current lifetime to become one with your God self. What is he? I'll read his card to you. Melchizedek is the universal logos. Like the president of the universe, he represents over the lightning conscious of a cosmos. So he's a bit like the grandfather of the archangels, keeper of the ascension pathway. He acts as the bridge between heaven and earth, who helps us find enlightenment. He governs over the universal golden ray. I told you, how'd you get here? Right here, bro. I went from the gold. I'm golden. That's funny. All right. Let's see. He is the keeper, blah, blah, blah. He governs over the universal golden ray, the silver violet flame of self-transformation, sacred geometry, the 7 cosmic rays, the rainbow, the 7 cosmic rays of creation, which contains within it the highest diamond light spectrum. Really? Okay, those are the ascending masters of the light. Let's talk about the Melchizedek order. What is it? I don't know. We were about to start the Priestess, and then we're talking about racism. History of the Bible. Basic theology, paradox, self-contradictory. Come on, bro. I just need an introduction to this. Here we go. Against the backdrop of human history, it has only been a quite short time that education has been generally available to the majority of the population. Not long ago, it was only the clergy who were educated, while most of the laity were kept in ignorance. That kept them suburban. Withholding education to keep some suburban is a common tactic. Aristocrats were educated while commoners were not. Males were educated while females were not. In the United States, the slaves, except for a select few, were not allowed education. It was feared that if slaves were educated, they might seek equality. It only has been since the last 50 years, there's been a kind of movement towards real equality amongst the races in the U.S. Well, here we are going into that fight for equality. Part of the impetus for this book comes from where we're at historically. We were on the verge of something big. I have a sense that we're at a turning point, and I think that for people to grasp what's going on, they need to understand, accept, and integrate what is contained in these writings. Our current transition is tough, blah, blah, blah. They have God within them. They have all the power they need from within, but they run to this one and to that one and want to be told what to do and how to think. They give their power away willy nilly. Much of this behavior is the direct result of early religious upbringing. In addition, there are many people out there that are preaching stuff just like plain BS. You can check them out by asking your inner knowingness whether they are doing is ego or power in chancing in any way. See, you may not have known, but you have your very own built-in crap detector. Use it. Everyone knows truth, and when they hear it, not relative truth, but truth, and when you encounter it, it feels right. It may run counter to all your culture has instilled in you, and yet know it to be so. There is a ball of white light just above the top of your head, and it is connected to your higher self, your soul. That part of your brain that knows intuition is often in touch with it. Trust your intuition, trust your feelings. You know the truth. There is only good and there is only God. Right? All right, so what is this about? The Melchizedek order is the teachings of Melchizedek is a totally balanced authoritative incarnation of Christ prior to that of Jesus. Could you possibly accept that he was born before he was Christ? Probably not. And that goes back to me, and I'm trying to teach you about the spirit realm, incarnations, past life integration, the spirit as what it is, rather than the body and the flesh of what we are right now. We are wearing a body. We are a Holy Spirit connected to God, and we are able to be a God expression for humanity. How do you do that? Work through your thoughts and your feelings. I don't mean to be ugly, but that's what I teach over here. There's no other way. That's why priests and reverends and pastors and all these so-called, religious factors have no actual magical connection to deity. Not a Holy Spirit, not an archangel, not Christ himself, let alone God Almighty. They cannot hear, sense, feel, or be guided by the Spirit of God because they do not believe in such things, which is just A, B, and C, the Holy Spirit. There's God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. God came in the form of himself in Jesus. He showed himself in Jesus. But Jesus was an individual soul that carried the Spirit of God with him. I am his first creation of himself in the feminine form. I am Lilith. I am him, but I am me, and he lives within me. He is the Father of me. I am only a portion of him, but I'm not individual. I'm a piece of him, and so are you, and he lives within me. I can choose to show only the darker pieces of me or be the light piece of what God made me. Okay? Now, Jesus, the Spirit of Christ, has always been a piece of God because it always was. And he had different lives. Melchizedek is one of them that teaches you about this. But Metatron, who sits in front of you, was Enoch. And his brother, Sandalphon, the archangel Sandalphon, was the prophet Elijah. They ascended in this life to become gods in the next. They were gods amongst people, so they became stars in the sky. When Jesus was born, what was it? There's a star in the sky. A star has been born. There was a burst of light, not just in heaven, but on earth. The light took form. The Spirit was there to guide him, just like your higher self. What did Melchizedek just say here? There is a light above your head called your higher self. They knew the Spirit of Jesus was born because of the light in the sky. What are we studying here with Metatron? The lights in the sky, to know what it does in our spirit, how it guides our spirit. What are we being guided right now? The full moon, we're going for a new moon in Aquarius. We're moving out of that energy. We're in some Mercury bullshit that we were talking about. There is a new lunar cycle that starts for a whole year of the fire horse. We will be shifted into a new entity, which is that of a fire horse for a whole year. And then we will shed that skin next year and become another animal, another creature, another being. Those of us that go with the flow of the spirit. Really? Yeah. I could teach you the science of incarnation that Krishna taught. I have it all. I got the whole world in my hands. Actually, it's in my box. We call it Pandora's box. Just kidding. So this is about that. I'm not going to bring you this up. I'm going to show you this book. It's a great story, though. I like the beginning of the story when he wakes up on his 33rd birthday. He quits his job. He does all kinds of shit. He has a midlife crisis. One day, he comes home from work, and there's a woman at his house sitting with his wife. Her name is Jeffrey, and she was sent by Melchizedek, an invisible spirit that talks to this man. There's a woman sitting in his house that said that spirit sent her to him too. And her story is as crazy as mine. She got a ticket and she got this. They're guided. The guiding in these spirits are hilarious, how they take us on these weird journeys. I really enjoy that. And I want you guys to purchase this book, not because I make any money off of it. He wrote it. I got this book when I got Ascended into the Light. I got this book with the two other ones. What were the other ones? The Palladians. The Palladian workbook when I started working with the star beings. And I got the Revelations. I haven't even read it yet. It's a story. We haven't read it, but I know what it is. I bought all three of these books at the same exact time. This was the Ascension. Oh, there goes my hip again. All three of these was one Ascension that happened a summer ago. Now, I didn't actually get initiated into the Palladians until the full moon of Christmas on 2024, I think it was. But I got the book in the summer of 2024. I got this book, which was starting to work with the light beings. This is the Ascension. And this would have came after I worked with them, right? I was guided, though. Just at a bookstore, I grab all three at the same time. I don't know what it is. And then I got this one, which we're just activating right now. What is this? It's a story about a man who marries a woman and creates a picture. He paints a picture of Mary Magdalene and Jesus's love for each other. This picture, that's why it shows the light right there. This picture is a gateway, and it initiates revivals. They put it in a church. I haven't read the whole story. We only read some of it. They put it in a church, and people flock to this church, and everyone that goes and stares at this picture has a divine awakening. What am I getting called to do? Paint. What are you being called to do? When I first started this, I got this book. No, not that one. I got this book. Based on nothing more, I was always drawn by colors. I thought that they were going to teach me how to be a pagan priestess. I already was it. By teaching everybody what I was learning, I was being a pagan priestess. High priestess at that. Really? Have we read all of it? No, I got stuck at the group settings. I don't have a group. My boy band group broke up. They don't want to be part of my group. I need a coven to keep going. Really? Sort of. And that's where it is. It's like, they're preparing you for what's to come. Really? Mm-hmm. So the Melchizedek order is about the Ascension. You guys are going through the Ascension, which means for some of you, you've already gone through the dark night of the soul and now you're ascending. One dark night of the soul makes you ascend every time you go through it. And that's what I told B. I was like, people don't understand why I do this. It's that high that you're feeling right now on a Thursday. You feel higher than life. You love your life. You feel so good. You feel great. You're optimistic. You're grateful. All of that. That's love and light, bitches. That's loving life. We go through the dark night of the soul so that we can get to the place of loving life again. That's why we do this. And the more you do it, each time you turn up your frequency, each time you shed a thought or a feeling, you become lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's what happened. How did this happen to you? I told you guys, it freaked me out. All I was doing was sitting around dealing with my thoughts and my feelings. And then one day, here comes the spirit guides. And then more stuff started happening. But all I ever do is deal with my repressed thoughts and feelings. They're triggered by stuff that's outside of me. I'll go outside and something about outside, this person is like B. I was never going to go back to those moments until she took me back to that moment of what it felt like to be her. So, she just finds out that her baby daddy got somebody pregnant. I had to go back to those moments and reheal myself and tell myself how great, how proud I was about myself. But I had to go back to how terrible it felt. I blacked that out. I can't remember what happened. I can remember being in his mother's. This is what happened with the first baby daddy. It was Christmas Eve. I was in Mexico. I had to change my son's diaper or my daughter's. And so they told me, Marisela said, go to her room and use go change him in the room. So I go into her room and I've got the baby on the bed and I'm changing the diaper. And I look over and on her, on her counter, she has the pictures of my kids and, her family. And there's a picture next to my kids of this little girl that looks just like my son. And I'd heard rumors and I'd heard whispers and I'd heard about it and I've thought about this. I kept asking him, did you get her pregnant? They said she's pregnant. Are you fucking her? He kept telling me no. But there's a picture of this baby and it's right there. And I look and I get closer and it says Angelina. And I'm sure of it. That's the name of Patricia's baby. What happened? I don't know. I know I hurt. I don't know if I went crazy and I left that night. I don't know what happened. I sure am not going to go back and ask Devani what happened. But that's what happened. That happened to me and I died. I blacked that moment out. It hurt so bad. The next one wasn't so scary because the baby daddy told me. He told me that he was fucking around when he had Milia, when he kidnapped Milia and took her to Oklahoma. He said he was messing around with a married chick and now she's pregnant and he's pretty sure it's his. That wasn't so bad. But again, this little girl came out looking like my son. They're fucking twins. It's creepy as fuck. Really? Mm-hmm. Yep. It's crazy. So it took me back to those moments, you know what I mean, in my life. But otherwise, and when I deal with them, and that's what I did, I said, she's not dealing with it, but it brought me straight to the altar. I'm going to cry if you're not. I'm going to cry for you because I need to cry for me. And that goes back to even Lewis losing Roscoe. You guys have no idea that moment. I had picked up a dog and at the beach in Mexico. I called him Buddy. He came up to us one day and he was the sweetest dog and he was so kind and I just couldn't leave him. So I brought him home. We had another dog and I brought him home and he was sweet. He loved it. We had a big place for him to run. He was a great dog, but he started to get sick. And I started to take him to the doctors. And down in Mexico, I guess they just didn't tell us that he was going to die, but they said, no, you got to keep giving him medicine and bring him in every week. So I was keeping up with it, but we weren't really in a position to be paying for veterinarians and shit. Finally, they told us that, he had parvo and that they were going to have to put him down. And they tell us how much it's going to cost. And they keep us in the room when they did it, bro. I wish I never saw that. And I sat there. I don't know if Lewis saw the same thing, bro. But they put a freaking IV in him and they put him to sleep. I'm going to cry so hard, dude, going back to that moment. I'm pregnant with my daughter and I'm watching this happen. He's about to die anyways, but I watched them kill him. They put him to sleep. And then all of a sudden they put another shot and he starts crying, bro, and he starts twitching and then he dies. And they put him in a black trash bag, bro. And they gave him back to me. It was the hardest thing I ever experienced, bro. And I was pregnant. I couldn't even take it. It was so painful. I didn't even know what we did with his body. I was so devastated. I think we paid 50 pesos to kill my dog. It was so painful, but I had forgotten about that. So when I go to these moments, when you're living through your pain, I go back to this pain and I reheal it and I feel it and I let this pain that's hidden somewhere inside of me out by yours and I'm free. But if I stay around you in your pain, then I just stay in my own. And that's why I told her, I don't want to talk about him anymore today. I don't want to talk about your baby daddy drama. I spent all my life getting away from baby daddies, and all you do is talk about your baby daddy that's just like mine. You're making me think of mine all the time. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to talk about this. Really? Yeah, so that's how you start filtering your life, bro. You start filtering people, places, things out of it that make you uncomfortable. You don't run from it, and that's the whole point. You face it, but then you don't stay in it. You know what I mean? Like, I can be around drunk people, and that's okay. I'll face it, and it'll remind me when I'm drunk, but I'm not going to stay around drunk people to keep feeling like this every time. You know what I mean? I have to, through you, I relive my pain, but through you, I'll stay in it too, because you're not healing it. And I always show you how to heal it. I always send these videos to the people that started this shit to begin with. But you're not me. This is 10, 20, 30 years later with spirit guides helping me get through these thoughts and these feelings. But now I'm here as your spiritual guide to help you get through them, because I do it every day. I'm just sitting there, bro. La, 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 la. And here comes this fucked up memory. And all it was something I saw outside. So you can imagine how I fear going outside so much sometimes. Nope. My healing's out there. Somebody's going to trigger me. I'm going to remember some shit. And I know specifically what days. And then I read those cards. I was like, oh, nah. This whole week looks fucked up. Hell nah. And I don't even have nobody to cuddle with if I do this. I was like, nah. I'm not going out. I'm turning my phone off. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking around. Really? Well, the planets say, and since the planets dictate what happens in me, I got to listen to them bastards. I got to find out what they're doing, because I have no control over it. It just happens in my body. I am a starseed. Really? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to introduce you to the gang there. That's the ascending masters. I'm the goddess. They're the gods. We're all family of God. God in the feminine, God in the masculine. Unfortunately, God in the feminine is not always so good. That's not true. That's what made them such great masculines, because they were in their feminine energy. These were divine feminine forms of God. Elijah, Noah, Moses, all of them. They were divine feminine. You want to know some divine masculines? Those were the killers. That was fucking Joan of Arc right there, bro. That's the action. The divine masculine of God is that action, those powerful forces of God that fight for good, that can actually do it with their hands, like hand-to-hand creations. Really? Mm-hmm. Well, this was a good one. Highs and lows. I'm going to bed now. I love yous. Welcome to the Ascension. It's better than me saying welcome to the dark night of the soul. This means that some of you have made it through. And we'll, again, as much as I'm right here, we've got another one on Friday. We do this every week. What happens? It pushes me, and I'm the mirror that reflects it back to you. Just like people reflect my pain to me, I reflected my healing back to you. Put on a jacket, please. Pretty please. Hey, I love you guys, and I will catch you for the next one. I think we're done, and we'll see what tomorrow holds. It's just more love and light. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll be full of light, only so we can fight the darkness of our minds and our feelings on Friday. Push our limits, break our barriers, say goodbye, walk away. That's what Fridays are about. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.